What should we do in training today? Ugh, it's a private number. Lord Yang. Oh, how'd you get this number? No, of course I'm happy to hear from you. Just a little surprised. Yeah, no, I did see you're looking for a new manager. Yeah, I did see that. No, I'm not going to be applying. No, I've moved on. Yeah. Well, what we had was special. Yeah, no, absolutely. It was very special. But I'm also very happy with my new club. And, no, you should try and find yourself a manager that makes you happy as well, sir. That's not true. Come on, there's lots of managers out there. It's not about money, honestly. No, I mean, you just didn't treat me that well, if I'm honest. You kidnapped me. You threatened to lock me in your dungeon. Sir, come on, please don't cry. I know you're sorry. But what's done is done. Look, I've got to go. Okay, bye. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 28 of the World Tour at Sport Boys in Peru, and today we get the league closing stage underway. 2 away games against Alianza and Lima, our big rivals of course, and then Juan Ulrich, who were very competitive in the opening stage, so 2 tough games to get things underway. Now, a couple of things to check. If we do, just quickly check the job market, because we are kind of on the lookout, but not really. As you've just seen, Shanghai Zhen's in there, still on the market, as it will Persiba war as well. They must have just hired somebody. So both our former clubs were looking for new managers. We're difficult to replace, aren't we? Couple of things here that I have my eyes on. Vasco da Gama in Brazil, a financially secure Brazilian club. That is a rarity. San Lorenzo in Argentina as well would be a good one. I'm assuming that's Chapecoense, or however you pronounce that, which is a club I'd like to manage at some point, actually. The one that had that horrible plane crash a few years back. But they're a second division club, and that's not really what we're looking for. So it is just sort of the 2 right now. So we'll keep an eye on them, see what happens. But for now, we're very happy at Sport Boys, as someone who's looking to leave a club would typically say. As it is the start of the new campaign. There's no points on the board as of yet, just the 1 game. And San Martin, maybe they will be competitive again. They were, of course, one of the teams that were challenging us in the first stage, but not too much to see there. And in terms of training, coming into this one, we had about 2 for our 3 weeks. So training was just sort of more about defensive work this week, just trying to make sure we're solid at the back. Because we know Alianza Lima are a decent enough club as well. But I always think if you can be solid at the back, then you're always a chance of winning a game, aren't you? So this is the team we're sending out. We're going full strength for this one. It's Salinas in goal. It's Cosio, Zubiata, Emerson, and Andia. It's Tassio as the anchorman, Liate and Martinez in midfield. Fry, Galindo, and Vega up front. You will notice there's some interest in Emerson. Now, the interest is from MLS, and it's a strange time of year to get interest from MLS because we're sort of mid-early September. So they're sort of coming towards the end of their year. So I would have thought they would even have entered sort of their transfer window being closed. What do we want to say here? Let's go out there and impress me. We're away from home. Let's go for revenge against Lima if we lost to them last time. So can't we have faith? We'll get out there. Yeah, I mean, the problem with it doesn't really matter if it's MLS or otherwise. We do have a foreign club release fee of only 325,000 or 350,000 for Emerson. The problem is that his value is 300. I think his value is 300,000. It's getting up there. So we're in real risk of losing him without actually wanting to lose him because of a low release fee that I think at the time when we signed him, he wanted that release fee, and at the time it seemed like it was ridiculous money for him. Now, not so much. So we did have a bid come in from LA Galaxy, which was just under, but it wasn't a straight-up transfer fee. It had add-ons of, I can't remember what they were now, but like games played, all that kind of stuff. So we could reject it, but only just. So I'm in the midst. I'm trying to offer him a new contract. Think shot come cross, but that's nothing to worry about there. We had to make promises to him, so we're in the sort of process of doing that. He did want a big pay rise. That was one of the promises we had to make. Now, he was already on 1,400 a week. Now, what's a big pay rise? That could become the question. And if it's going to necessarily be worth... It's a bit of a heavy hit back pass there. Whether it's going to be worth actually offering him an extension, if it is going to cost us sort of an arm and a leg to get him over the line. So I'll just kind of see exactly how much he wants. We may not even be able to offer him what he wants. But yeah, concerning times with Emerson, to be honest. There's a decent ball over the top. We've got men back. We've got men in the box. It's going to be a case of just clearing the cross when it comes in. And we can't get there. And Salinas just past the post. Yeah, so that's a little bit of concern about Emerson right now. In terms of Andy, he did sign a new contract. So that's all well and good. He's here now for another 2-3 years. I think it's 2 years. And if he plays 10 games his final year, he gets another year. So that's good news. Here's Cosio. Can't quite get the cross in. Are we seeing the limitations of this formation again, where if we just can't quite get the crosses in from wide areas, yeah, are we going to find ourselves unable to score here? We have been second best this half, haven't we, really? All the chances have been coming the other end, and that's a goal. Could Salinas, he must have been wrong-footed there. That's a little bit disappointing, to be honest. Yeah, so Andy has signed a new deal. We don't have a senior affiliate club yet again. The board couldn't find anybody, so again, a little bit disappointing. It would be a little bit of extra money to come in, but I'm more interested. I feel like Salinas could have done a little bit better there. I'm more interested in sort of the loan players we could potentially get in, because if you get a good Brazilian or Argentine senior club, you can get some really good young players in for no wages. So that would be a really nice thing to get, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen just yet. It may never happen the way things are going. Now, that's not great, is it? Let's go in aggressive, show me something different. We don't really have the players on the bench to change anything here. One thing I am going to look to do, I think, this closing stage, given that we're already in the championship playoff, and this is kind of my problem with the league system in Peru, is that this really doesn't matter to us now. We're already in the championship playoff. It doesn't really... We could come rock bottom in this, and we're still going to be in the championship playoff. So what I'm thinking we might do, that's bouncing around. Liate's there, just over the bar. It's a good start, though. So one thing I'm thinking I might do is just look to play some of our youngsters in this stage. Sort of build them up for the future. So whether we're here or not, the youngsters are well and truly on their way. So I said we won't necessarily do it this game because this is a sort of a bigger game against a tougher opposition, but even against Jan Ulrich, we might look to bring in some of the youngsters. We might even... I'm tempted to go back to wingers here. I'm not completely sure if this is necessarily working for us. We don't really have the option of wingers this game, and we're 2-0 down. So that's... Which is, maybe a little bit of an oversight on my part. But we're getting thoroughly outplayed down. It's both of them have been sort of wide areas, so we've not marked up properly. And given the amount of training we did on defensive work coming into this, it's quite disappointing, I'll be honest. We're not playing particularly well. Nobody's playing particularly well, so we'll have to change something here because it's not working, is it? So let's bring on... Let's go wingers. We do kind of have the option because we can put... Fry out left, we can put Galindo out right, and then put Vega through the middle. So that works. We'll do that for now, and then what I think we might look to do potentially is maybe put a number 10 in at some point. If things are going well, are we exploiting the flanks? We need to exploit the flanks now, don't we? We need to be more expressive getting forward as well. And just see what happens here. You can see I do have 1 or 2 youngsters on the bench for this one, hoping it was, kind of hoping it might be going well and we could look to bring them on. But yeah, I mean, again, it looks like it's going to be another highlight. I thought it might be a loose pass, and Fry there. I think Fry's number 20 could have maybe pounced, but no such luck. And is this just going to be one of those days? We'll see. But like I say again, it's essentially meaningless for us. Andy has done well there to pick that up. But a bit of a loose pass. Okay, Liate's pounced here. He goes early for Vega. This is what we like to see. Go on, Vega. Vega! Oh, he can't. You can see he's just trying to roll it past the keeper. And he did just get a hand to it to sort of defer it around the post. Andy now with the corner. Can we get big ammo on the end of something? No, we cannot. Alright, who here is not playing particularly well? We're going to have to go. We're going to have to go with number 10, aren't we? Yeah, I mean, Zubiata's not playing particularly well. Let's try Tapamulla. It's a bit of a... Actually, no, you know what we'll do? I know what we'll do. we'll wait for this. What we'll do is we'll put Tassio back in central defence. He can play there. Bit of an aimless ball to the back post. Can we get to that? Liate's done well to sort of slow him up, but was always second favourite there, wasn't he? Come on, boys. If they get a third here, it is... Ooh, look at the bend on that. It was a horrible shot, but it certainly had some bend on it, didn't it? Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to bring on Placido for Zubiata. We're going to put Tassio back there. And we'll put him up here. We'll play him as advanced playmaker. That's fine for Tassio. He will do there just nicely. The only kind of benefit to, if we do happen to lose Emerson to MLS is that it clears up a foreign player slot, which may or may not help us. But yeah, well, I mean, it could help us in that we could sign somebody different. We do have decent central defenders. The main problem is that then none of them are as good as Emerson. Emerson is just a really, really good, solid central. He's a 5-star player. So we don't have any other 5-star defenders. So that's sort of the problem there. But, you know, could we then look to get in a really good attacking wing-back, something like that? Oh, it's a decent effort. It's saved. Emerson's there. It's bouncing around, and it's just not meant to be today, is it? Oh, I hate losing. I've really developed a dislike for Alianza Lima and Sporting Cristal, purely based on this game. But especially Alianza Lima. I don't know why I dislike them more. I just dislike them more, and I'm really annoyed at that result. We just didn't show up, did we? The match stats, I mean, the chances look even, but look at that. We just didn't show up. I'm actually angry. I'm going to be angry at that. And I've yelled at them. I have nothing to say. Unbelievable. So there it is. We lose the local derby clash. That really hurts. It really hurts. I'm actually quite annoyed at that. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back for one Ulrich and hopefully some better or some goals. Let's go with some goals. Okay, welcome back. And you will notice we're not playing one Ulrich, and there's a good reason for that. We're playing Union Huaral, and that's because about 3 hours has passed since I last recorded, and that is because things have gone a little bit wrong with the game. We'll get into that in just a little bit. It's not all bad news, though, because we have had our youth intake, so it gives us an opportunity to look at that this time around. And oh boy, did we get a little bit of a special player in here. Look at this young goalkeeper, Roberto Paradi, and already 3-star, potentially a 5-star. Really, really good. He's Salinas Jr., isn't he? His vision isn't quite as good yet, but passing and first touch are not too bad. Kicking is good. He's a really good player, guys. He's a really, really good goalkeeper. So really happy to have him. Two others of very good potential here. Claudio Stein, a right winger, and Roberto Carrillo, a left winger. A couple of others here that may or may not come off, but certainly Roberto Paradi is an absolute star, isn't he? Now, we'll catch you up on the 1 Ulrich game here. You can see it was 5-1. We absolutely smashed them. Now, what happened is that when I went to record, you can see absolutely played them off the park. The match stats should make it look a little bit more even, but look at the player ratings. We were far, far the better team. They have. This is maybe one for... I'll also sort of take a second to go through this because it might help you in the future. If you look at their facilities, their stadium is a synthetic old type hard pitch. Now, when I started recording, went into the game, and all the pitch lines were flickering on and off. It was really distracting, really annoying. I didn't want to subject you to that. Apparently, it's a bit of an issue in the game on a synthetic old hard pitch. It does that, and it's like clay and sand and some other sort of pitches you never really come across. So I made the decision not to put you through the flickering lines. We'll come back for Union Huaral instead. So that's sort of why we come back where we are. But just be aware of that. If you do get flickering lines, check the pitch type. It may not be any... I've updated drivers. I've updated everything. I've really had it with computers today. But that, I think, is the issue. But anyway, so this is the team that we are going to send out for this one. So Salinas in goal, Cafarata, Big Willie D, Tapamula, and Andia as a back four. Mongolan and Goiven, they go in midfield. Perez, Bulsaido, and Elias as sort of a middle three with Castro up top. This is how we played against 1 Ulrich. It worked really, really well, so this is how we're going to play again right now. You will notice on the bench we have some younger players. I did say I wanted to try and sort of blood some of the youngsters, so we are going to try and do that here. I'll be honest, I have no idea what I talked about during the first game, so if I start repeating myself, I do apologize. It's been a frustrating morning. Let's just go with that. What do we say this? We should be winning this fairly comfortably. Let's maybe just a bit of calm. I don't know what to say. If you play your game, you'll win. You are very capable of that. That sounds good. Some passion that we have faith. And let's just see what we can do here. Can't remember if I talked about the transfer window or not. We didn't sign anybody, obviously. Or else I would have let you know already. Lines aren't flickering. That's good news. That means that means that it's not an issue with the game, or my drivers, or my computer. Well, it is an issue with the game, but not a long-term issue. I checked every other team in the league. Nobody else has this old, hard synthetic pitch. Juan Uric got promoted last year, so I'm wondering if they just they have an old pitch. So anyway, yeah, this is where we are here. Oh, it's a bit of a lungy tackle there coming back in. Let's get in front of this, boys. Let's not lose again. Oh, no, come on. We were so good against Juan Uric, and now I'm going to come back on the channel. Not the game that I didn't want to show, having smashed our opposition in the game. I did want to show, and it's just going to be one of these days, isn't it? Like I said against Alianza Lima, it's just going to be one of these days. All right, come on, boys. We're better than this. Come on. Can we get a show some passion going here, please, game? Looking a little bit anxious, looking a little bit frustrated. This is more of a second string-ish kind of lineup. Here goes Placido. He's got a decent kick on him, but that's just over the bar. Yeah, I tried to mix it up as best I could. So we're playing Perez in this team, and then we'll play Hoylasco in the other team. He actually got a goal. I forget if I went through the goals. He got the first goal, and then not Placido, I just saw the name, and that's what I said. Galindo got 2, and Vega got 2, so it's good to see them back on the score sheet as well. I'll show the goals in Goals of the Month, which will be for next episode, so for tomorrow. So that's, yeah, you will see the goals, and you'll notice the flickering lines. I'm sure they'll show up on the replays, so... this has not been a good start to the game. Salinas has absolutely saved us there. Or was it hit the post, maybe? Maybe the goalpost, the crossbar saved us. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's do something here. And yes, his 150th game for the club. And this one. So that's a good achievement for him. Of course, having signed his new deal, he'll be should get at least another 50 appearances. You would think 25 a year next 2 years. So he'll probably crack 200. Mongolan flicks it on there. We're not looking good here. Let's, what we're going to do. We're just going to lower this tempo a little bit, I think. Like I say, we're not looking particularly good right now. They're passing through us. Big Willie D's back to clear it. But again, clearances are just ricocheting off everybody. That's over the bar as well. We didn't really do too much. We just sort of did a general training for this one because we did play so well last game. So I wasn't too concerned. To be honest. I thought, yeah, we had a bit of a blip against the good Alianza Lima team, who have made the final of the Sudamericana, by the way, as well. So that's annoying that they could do it and we couldn't. That's a decent ball in. It's flicked on there from Castro, I think it was, but no trouble for their keeper on that one. Let's go attacking here. They are going a little bit long. Tapamula's there. He's really, really strong in the air. He's a little bit of a poor man's Emerson. So they're not going to get too much love from that, I wouldn't have thought. Perez is there, heads it towards goal. That's not the best. Bit of head tennis. It's fallen from Mongolan, in for Placido. Can he do something a little bit special? Just past the post for Placido. We're looking okay when we have the ball, don't we? We're looking a little bit ropey when we don't. Our defence does not look good. Ball in, Castro header! Oh, I thought that was in. He has put that, must have just been inches past the post. We'll try and get creative here. We're looking anxious and apprehensive. I don't love that. It might be one to say unlucky at half time here, I think. We're looking a little bit, as I said, nervous and apprehensive. We're not playing that badly. Unlucky, boys. That seems to have worked. I'm just going to send them back out with that. I'm not going to criticise people. We do have subs that can change... What is that as a kickoff? We do have subs, as I said, that can change things. Let's try and no pressure here. But they're younger players, so... We have Galindo on the bench we could look to bring on. We do have sort of a bit of a hectic fixture schedule to start things off here. So we have another game coming up midweek, having played sort of weekend, midweek. This is weekend, then we have another game midweek. So I don't want to sort of tire people out too early here, but that is another horrible, horrible start to the half. I don't know what is going on. This is a home game too. We have really no excuses here. Let's try to show some passion. You know what we are going to try and do? We might just try that. try and stop them playing through us a little bit. It's just, yeah, it's just poor, isn't it? It's just really, really poor. We don't really have a left-sided player to bring on for Elias, who's not having his best game. I do wonder a little bit if there's an element of the players knowing we're already qualified for the championship final, so we don't really have to worry. Elias has done well to keep that in. It's a cracking pass to find him, actually. Can he get a cross in? It's low, but it's easily cleared away. We're going to not exploit the flanks here, I don't think. That's not working. We're going to try going a little bit shorter. We're going to be more expressive here. We're going to counter press and we're going to get stuck in as well. We need to do something to change the way this game is going, but we don't seem to know what we're doing, do we? I'm just trying to think what we can do. That's a little bit better. We've picked up a loose pass there. Can Placido create something? That looks like a good ball up there for Perez. He's going to have Castro in the middle if he can find him. Ball comes in. Castro is over the bar again. You know what? This needs to calm down. Team talk does a shout, doesn't it? If I can do that, please, game. Just to calm down. Just relax. Play your game. We're not playing well right now. Goiven's coming back from injury. You can see he's looking a little bit tired there. What I don't like is that we're just not improving, are we? We're not getting any better. We're running out of time here. All right, we're going to need to not work it into the box. We'll go back to exploiting the flanks. We'll go a higher tempo. We will make some subs here. We'll bring on Galindo, I guess. For Elias? I don't know. I don't even know what to do. Goiven's looking absolutely knackered, so let's bring Tassio on for him. Let's switch them around, and let's just play Tassio as just a ball-winning absolute destroyer in midfield. Do we take Perez off? He's not having his best game. He's tired. Let's bring Galindo on for him. Yeah, let's just try that. I don't know what else to do here. Let's go very attacking. It's not been an episode for the ages, has it? Can we get something? At least to show you a goal. Come on, boys. Come on. It's not going to happen. What a horrible Thursday it's been. I'm already as I said, I've lost a lot of patience, you know, with what's happening between the filmings here, just to show you behind the scenes, and that's not helped my mood. I'll be honest. That is absolutely just a horrible, horrible performance. So there we go. Union Huaral profit from wasteful Les Miserables today. That's what we were. We did create a few chances, I guess, didn't we? We just didn't quite. We just didn't take anything. It's not been one for the classics. Let's have a quick glance at the table. You never want to have to scroll down to find yourself, but there we are down mid-table. 3 games, 3 points, only 1 win. That's not good enough, is it? But anyway, guys, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that for whatever reason, thumbs up if you have not enjoyed that episode, because I know I haven't. No goals, 2 goals, 2 games lost. The best game there in the middle there we didn't get to see because of flickering issues with the lines. Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Usually it's a lot better than that, so make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload new episodes. But until tomorrow, guys, I've been Aussie Bill, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.